Today's video, we're going to talk about section breaks. Most layout changes in Word, such as margins, headers, footers, and columns, affect the whole document. If you want to change those settings for a specific set of pages, you have to create a section break. Now, we're going to take a quick look at the page setup to see what options we have right now. So on the Layout tab, I'm going to go to the Page Setup group and then click on the dialog box launcher. Now that I have Page Setup open, you can see I'm on the Layout tab and there's a drop down that mentions whole document or this point forward. So this has limited options as far as where you can apply it. Now, the Margins tab also has the same situation. Whole document, this point forward. Now, before I put in a section break, I'm going to turn on non-printing characters and turn on the navigation pane. Now, I like the keyboard shortcut for non-printing characters. I'm going to press Control Shift and 8, and you see non-printing characters are turned on. But if you don't want to remember the shortcut, you can go to the Home tab, the Paragraph group, and click on this button right here. Now, as far as the navigation pane, there's a shortcut on your status bar on the bottom left-hand side where it says page 1 of 24 on my screen. I'm going to click on that and bring up the navigation pane. Now I'm going to demonstrate the limit of having no sections by going down to my text and changing the columns on here. So I'm going to go to the Layout tab and change the columns to 3. If I go to any of the other pages, the entire document is affected by the columns. Now I'm going to undo that and we're going to create some sections. Now here I want to actually create a new section and push this down to the next page. So what I'm going to do is click in front of the text that I want to push down to the next page. And on my Layout tab, I'm going to go to the Page Setup group and click on Breaks. Now, section breaks are here. We have the option to do next page, which will push it to the next page. Continuous, if you don't want to push the text to the next page. We also have even and odd. This will insert a section break and start a new section on the next even page or odd page. Now I'm going to click on next page. Then I'm going to go to my other headings where I want to create a new section. So I'm going to click on this one right here and then put another section break. And next page one more time. For this last section, and this is something you can do if you need to do the same thing several times, I'm just going to press F4 on my keyboard to repeat the last thing I did. Now you can see that the section break was inserted and it pushed everything down. Now to demonstrate that there are different sections and we can have different layout changes, I'm going to apply columns to that second section of text. So I'm going to columns and then go to 2. As you can see, there's 2 columns for this specific section, but if I go to any of the others, they're still in 1 column. So let's take a look at inserting headers for our different sections. Now we're going to start at the top. Now to get to the header footer, we can go to the top or bottom of the page and simply just double click. Now I'm going to start typing. Once I have that typed in, I'm going to go to the header and footer contextual tab. Now the first setting I'm going to change is different first page because I don't want this heading on my first page. So once I do that, it gets rid of the header there. Now, the second thing I'm going to look at is navigation. So when I click next, you can see it goes to the next header. Header section 1. I'm going to click next one more time. And you can see now I'm in that second section. Now I want to make this different than the first one. So the option I need to toggle off is link to previous. Once I click link to previous, you'll see the words disappear here. And then I can type in my new heading for this particular section. Now I'm going to go to the next few sections by clicking next. And you can see I'm in section 3. And I want to uncheck link to previous one more time and then type in my new text here. Press next again. And now you can see I'm in section 4. Click link to previous, and now I'm going to type in the last heading. As you can see, each of those sections have their own header. Now, the last thing I'm going to look at is the page setup. So back on our layout tab, I'll click on page setup. And you can see there's another option called this section that we would not have unless we inserted the section breaks. I hope you found this useful. Thank you for watching.